Welcome. Today is Saturday, the 17th of July. This is The Best of the Best, a feature presentation in collaboration with the WBIF, the stream team, live in the studio, my good self, Eric McAlpine from the UK, from Bulgaria, Božidar Iliev, aka Bojo, from Italy, our technical guru, Jan Lazaro Sana, and our special guest today from Sweden, Thomas Tenland, and from Croatia, Mislav Kovacic. This event is the highest ranked 8 players on the WBF ratings list, battling it out over 5-point matches. The clock settings are 1 minute per game with a 10 seconds delay. A special mention to Florin Popa from Romania, the inventor and creator of this distinctive contest. It's time when gladiators collide. Dagfinn Snarheim from Norway versus Zdeněk Žižka from the Czech Republic. Dagfinn from Norway, he started playing chess in 1999 before transitioning to backgammon. He is a 3-time Norwegian champion in 2009, 2010, and 2012. He is a 2-time champion of the Norwegian Masters in 2010 and 2014. In 2015, he was the champion of the Nordic Open. In 2017, representing Norway, he won a gold medal at the European Team Championships in Iceland. In 2020, he was the champion of the 5th Gibraltar Championships. In the same year, he was the champion of the WBGF Championships Super Jackpot in France. Online, in 2015, representing Norway, he won a gold medal at the WBIF European Online Team Championships. In 2021, he was the champion of the 3rd Win & Skill tourney. On BMAB, Dagfinn has a PR average of 3.79. On the WBIF, from 66 matches, he has a PR average of 3.52. Zdeněk from Prague, he started playing backgammon at the age of 5. In 2015, he was a finalist at the Sebenik Open in Croatia in the Super Jackpot. In 2016, he was a finalist at the German Masters Grand Finale. In the same year, he was a finalist at the Prague Open in the Elite Division. In 2017, he was a winner of the Monte Carlo Open Consolation. In consultation doubles, partnering Honza Cherné, they were finalists at the 2017 Merit Open Dubrovnik and at the 2018 3rd Gibraltar Championships, he was a finalist. And in 2019, partnering Chris Rogers, they were champions of the Geneva Open Doubles. Online, in 2017, he was the champion of the WBIF European Cup. In 2018, he was the champion of the EBIF Tour Online Tourney 1. In 2020, he was the champion of the WBIF First Win & Skill Tourney. In the same year, he was the champion of the WBIF Second Win & Skill Tourney. On BMAB, Zdeněk has a PR average of 3.69. On the WBIF, from 341 matches, he has a PR average of 3.44. Both of these fantastic players are Grandmasters, so we're in for a real treat in this marvellous match. I'd now like to take this opportunity to invite live into the studio Bojo and our special guest all the way from Sweden, Thomas Tenland. Hi, guys.
Hi.
Hi, Eric.
Hi, how's everything?
All good here. looking forward to the match.
Yeah, what do you think, Bojo and Thomas, about this match coming up?
Well, I think it's hard to think much. I mean, they are both excellent players, so I just think we will see an excellent battle, and who's going to come out on top, we'll just have to see.
And Bojo?
Very interesting. 50-50. I have no clue who is going to win. Probably Heroes platform knows better than we do.
Sure, and I can see that both players are on the table. Mislav, I'm hoping, will be joining us at some stage. He has a slight technical issue, so hopefully he'll be with us in a short time. Let's get this show on the road. Bojo, do you want to let the players know that we're ready to start?
Yes, sure.
Okay, so the Norwegian Ninja, Dogfin versus Easy. Superb match here. 5 points. Vying for the right to get through to the semi-finals. And we're off. Okay. Standard. 3-2. 5-1. Standard. 2-1. Anchors up. 6-1.
Standard.
Indeed. Makes the bar. Double fours. Okay. Having a look. What would you do here, Thomas? Would you point?
Yeah, I would make the play that was made. Yes, it looks right.
I agree. Strong 3-point board on the roof. Nice threats.
Yeah, and we saw a fan, right?
Yeah, I think this is a cube for sure. Advanced anchor, stronger board.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a very easy take, but I don't know. Perhaps it could be a cube. It must be pretty close at least. And now looks like we could be in pass territory.
I think you're right here, Thomas. I would pass. Yeah. Okay. 1-0 lead. Azizi. Okay, 4-1. Yeah. Okay, comes in hitting. Okay, comes in again. So 23-22 or button up. I like 22 personally.
Okay, I like 23, but it must be a close decision. Yeah, it was, according to GNU, it was a close decision.
Yeah, I think there's going to be only a few millipoints difference. Okay, double deuces. Nice shake. And 3-2. Yeah, advanced anchor. Okay, 62. Okay, so 18 or 7 here, Thomas.
Right, I think I would play to the 18, but yeah.
I would as well. Keep that spare on the mid. Shape looks a bit better. Okay, 52. Okay, consolidates.
Yeah, so Dogfin should be very concerned with safety, given his racing lead and given the fact that the game is relatively likely to turn into a race at some point. But of course, on the other hand, he also has Steniek outboarded.
Yes, I agree with you. I think so. You're just trying to move the pieces along after each shake and hope to roll the lucky double that pushes you further ahead in the race.
Right. But Steniek, since he's down in the race, can consider leaving a shot like he does here. It seems reasonable, I think, because playing safe doesn't really seem necessary when when it's not very constructive.
I like your thoughts. Yeah,
I
like your
don't know
thoughts.
if it's a big deal. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I prefer his first idea, going to the 9, just creates a better shape, not playing behind the anchor, more ways to make the 5. I like your plan.
Gnu seems to have thought it was very close as well.
Okay, 1-4 hits. 5-4, bam! Hits back.
Yeah, and
Okay, fan.
it cannot be far from a cube. I don't think so, but I would assume that it's a no double. But but one nice improvement for Dogfin, and it will be a double for sure.
Yes, I agree.
He can actually double a little bit earlier because of the score.
Yes, I like your thoughts. Okay, he makes the deuce.
Yeah,
Fan.
like now, seems like a sound cube.
Yes, I agree. He's got a nice racing lead. He has a 3-point board. Nothing else on the other side for ZZ. Why not?
Right.
But now the tougher side of the equation, are you taking?
I think I would have taken yes, because after all, so much game left here. And it's only a 3-point board and only one guy on the bar after all. So I think spontaneously I would have taken.
I concur. I'm of the same opinion. I would take.
But it should be mentioned that the score is a significant factor, making it closer to a pass than at a normal match score for sure.
Yes, the danger of being gammoned and the opponent getting to Crawford away is very powerful.
Yeah, and I think that's also why Steniek is reluctant to take. I think if it were 0-0, he would have taken already.
I agree. Okay, he does take 6-1. Few options here. He can blitz, he can make the 15, he can make the bar. Close call.
Yeah. I mean, I guess the argument for making the bar is also that if you get hit, you have very many return shots with those 2 stranded men.
Yeah, good platform for coming home in the future. Builds a nice position. Okay, double ace. Yeah, 1-1. Yeah. Okay, double 5s. Lovely shake.
Definitely.
Yeah, it gets him right back in. Okay. Okay, steps it up. 43. Oh, could be a bold move coming up here.
Yeah, it looks like it, because I don't know what else we're playing.
Yeah, I think this is I think is the right way to go. It's my move. Your move as well, Thomas?
I think so. I mean, I'm not sure if I'm missing a move, but spontaneously it seems like the move. I mean, if Dogfin can't deliver, Steniek is going to be in very, very good shape, like now.
Oh, yeah. Fan.
Well played, Zdenek.
Very well played. Okay. Is this the turning of the tide coming up here? Look at this. Okay, very important 5 there. Dogfin. Another very important 5.
Yeah, and now he's a really solid favorite again.
Yes, he is.
Was at least.
Yes, that's right. We like. Okay, fan. Okay,
And now,
and okay, I wouldn't give up the mid just yet. So I just, oh, I see. He's thinking of 10 to 6 or 14 to 10. Keeps the shape.
Yeah. But I mean, relatively few covers after 14 to 10. I don't know if we like that to give Dogfin 2 chances perhaps to roll a 5.
Yes. Okay,
But-
there it is. He's made his nice 4 board. Oh, very nice shape from Dogfin.
Yeah,
And
but
yeah,
you feel he deserves it.
absolutely after all those fans. Yeah. Oh, slightly awkward, but not horrendous. Yeah.
No, and actually some safety in the 23-point anchor after all. I mean, he could get hit there perhaps with some numbers.
Yes, I think it's a wise decision to button up.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes, especially against that the rack +1 position.
Yeah. So I'm a little bit curious about the recube soon here because actually Dogfin's take point is not super low despite the fact that he is down in the match. Is it 26% or something like that? 25.5? I think it's something like that.
Yes.
So unless Zdeněk is winning many gammons, it seems like he can perhaps cash this game. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, look, and there it is already. There
Yeah.
it is.
And so the question is, does Dogfin have 25.5%? Unless I'm mistaken. And it seems like the answer would be no.
I'm of the opinion of you as well. I think he's out of time. I think there's just too much play for Zdeněk in that position. He has at least 3 or 4 spares he can move, and I think the Dogfin was out of time. So I like his pass there.
Yeah. I think the most difficult part there is to know roughly what your take point is, which it seems he did. So it's good.
Yes, agreed. All right, so ZZ with a strong start to the first set, 3-0 up.
Yeah. And both players with a strong start PR-wise, it seems.
Very good, we like it. Grandmaster showing us their stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think he, yeah, okay. Yeah, I like his plan. Yeah. Keeps his shape, keeps the 8 point.
Yeah, but still many good numbers for Dogfin here. Yeah.
Yes. Okay, he's working out him hitting. Yeah, he is. Maybe not. I think if he's not hitting, I would bring 2 to there and then jump off the 20 point if he's not going to hit. Okay, double ducks. Nice shape from ZZ. 3-1. Okay. I think that's the 1. Yeah, down with the 3.
Yeah, since the race is so close. I mean, in some situations, there might be some reason to sit back when your opponent is close to escaping, but the race is way too close to risk getting primed on a 21 point.
I agree. And he's got a 4-3 here.
Yeah.
What would you? Yeah, I like
Yeah,
this
it
one.
looks like you have to run. No, GNU does not agree. Oh yeah, you could also come down and hit. Yeah, nice play as well, of course. But it was a small mistake.
5 away, 2 away.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I think I would have made the same move.
Yeah, it was. It looked most natural.
I think so. It's like you're covering the potential escaping single blot, so it's nice to have that checker on the 14.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Double deuce. Can't
Make
cover.
11. Yeah. I guess something like that.
Yeah, I think 11 is mandatory. Yeah, I like
Looks
this
normal.
idea.
Yeah. And fan, and now it looks like we gotta act, right?
I think we're gonna have action. Sure. You must turn the cube 0-3. Can't wait for the perfecta or a better position. Okay, 4-point board. 5-6. Okay, so and double aces. Okay. Now I think he can be bold here with the blot on the other side.
So you're talking about splitting the 11 point, or
I
what do you
am.
mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I think so.
Yeah, the guy on the 8 is very well placed since it only gets hit with 6-2. I mean, it kind of duplicates 6-2, you could say, to hit both ways.
Yes. And this way we love the contact because it gives you the chance to go back and hit the other guy. 3-6, that's a bogey.
Yeah.
Who would
Very
have
bad
thought
number.
that? Yeah. Mind you, many of the sixes were not so good.
Okay, the PR difference is back under 1 point.
Yeah. Is GNU the final judge of the PRs, Bojo, or will
No,
it
after
be XG?
XG, BM, AB settings. We do this after every match.
Yeah. Okay.
And then we confirm the
So in
score.
principle, it could be over 1 now, even though we don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, there it changed. Dogfin hid the blot instead of seeking contact coming out there. Yeah, perhaps that was also dictated a little bit by the score. Dogfin doesn't have to care whether or not he loses a gammon. He only wants to win, and win a gammon for that matter.
Yes, I agree. I would have jumped out with the 6 there. I think I want maximum contact and not potentially be considering busting.
Yeah, now that I see that GNU likes it, I definitely would have done it.
Yes, I think so. Just under pressure with the high numbers. I think here that's the danger. Okay,
nice number. Comes
Very
out and
nice.
covers. Also a nice number.
Very, very nice number.
But perhaps you could get a double Lanker, even though there's no timing for it, really.
Yeah, fans. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, 3 now would be really big.
Huge. Huge. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Does he keep the prime, or does he start to clear points and create builders for attacking, basically? Yeah. That's
Okay, that's not so good for Dogfin. Speeds him up. That's a great shot for ZZ there. Okay. Oh.
So can he clear the 9? No.
And no. Double 6. And this is looking very, very good for ZZ here to win this and win the first set. Dogfin's gonna need to get lucky, and I think that's it.
Yeah. Now he's gonna need to get very lucky.
Very, very lucky indeed. I think the odds are against here. No misses here for ZZ taking off, and it's going to take at least 3 very, very big doubles here to even consider getting back into this one.
Yeah, Dogfin just looking for the resign button, and he found it.
He did find it. Yes, he did. And okay, 1 set to Zizi. What did you think about that first set, Thomas?
Well, it was quick, well played, of course. So it's going to be interesting to see if Steniek won by 1 PR point or not, because it seems to be close to that threshold according to GNU.
Yes, and very interesting to see. We know that he's picked up a point, obviously, for winning the set, and it's how much extra he gets on top of his point in relation to the PR. So very, very interesting how it's going to pan out here. Yeah, it was very quick, wasn't it? How many? What was it? 2 games, 3 games? Yeah, 3 games. Yeah. Yeah. Was there anything there that you noticed, Thomas, or you would have done differently, or? Bojo?
Hi, Eric.
Hi, what did you think about that first match?
I didn't see much of the match because I'm trying to help Mislav Kovacic to fix his sound issue. Apologies to our viewers for this little delay and for the issue that our second special guest has. So not really. I just looked at the match from time to time, but I cannot really say something in particular so far. But I can tell you the PRs. 2.71 for Dogfin, 2.67 for Zdenek. So it's almost equal.
Oh, wow. So what does that mean in terms of the points? Does that mean, does he get any additional points, or does it just stay at 0?
So Zdenek gets 1 point for the win, and he gets also 0.5 for the outplay, and then he's getting what is it? Two more millipoints, 1.52 against 0.48.
Okay, so nice little start for Zizi there in the first set, trying to pave his way to victory over the Norwegian Ninja here. I'm sure we're going to have more exciting backgammon coming up soon. Looking forward to set number 2.
It is going to start very soon.
Yes. And do we know anything about the draw, who the winner of this match potentially or is going to meet in the next round?
Give me a second.
Sure.
The winner of this match is playing Masanori Ishikawa.
Ah, okay. So fighting for the right to play Othello in the semi-final. Just keeps getting better and better. Cream rising to the top.
So I noticed I had put myself on mute before, but Bojo, is it right that the winner is the person who gets above 5 points first?
Yes, 5.01. By the way, the second match started already.
Ah, okay. We're back. Here we go. We've started. Set number 2. Here we go. Okay, double 2s.
So Steniek already off to a great start.
Indeed, he's got a lovely position. Superb advanced anchor. Nestled nicely on his 16. It's made his 4 point. Looking good.
probably has a cube already, I would say.
I think so. I would cube. If he rolls awkwardly like this, yeah, hasn't anchored. Yeah. Still taking though, even though it's slightly awkward.
Yeah, but I think that was the more difficult decision actually than the cube.
I concur for sure, definitely. Danger of being blitzed out and being gammoned. Okay, double ace, toughens up the board. Oh, what a shake, double threes. Beautiful shake from ZZ there.
Yeah, so it's about the last three where to play it.
Yeah,
Doesn't
still-
seem like a super big deal, but it seemed reasonable to create another cover.
I think so, rather than give up the mid.
Oh, nice double aces.
Oh, lovely snake eyes here. Hits, makes the anchor. Fan. Okay. 6-1. Yeah. I would just go to the 6 point personally.
Yeah, maybe, but if he enters on the 24, having the 7 is pretty big actually. So it's not an easy decision, but I guess the race is close. So you could also consider lifting like he did, but that seemed a little bit too difficult to follow up.
I think so. It's just more the danger of being hit. I just didn't want to be as exposed. So I think with the second block open, it just opens the pathway for potentially a bigger loss. So I preferred it this way.
Yeah, but there was a pretty big swing on an entering 6-1 or 5-2 after that one. But yeah,
definitely. And that's the beauty of backgammon, balancing those factors out. Risk and reward at its finest.
Right. And Dogfin now in dire straits again.
Yes, 4 anchored on his 22. ZZ controlling the outer boards and with more movement. But this is helpful. Dogfin needs to roll a good one here. 64. Okay, so I think he has to release the checker.
Yeah.
Very important. Yes, he can do that, but does give him good sixes from the bar, but massively increases his gammons if he gets missed.
Yeah. One way or another, he's hitting at least.
Yeah, it's just what did he do with the 6? Is the question.
Just don't play it.
Yes, I think that's definitely a good option, Bojo. I like your idea.
Well, it's the easiest solution.
Maybe
Okay.
it could...
3-4 was the closest that doesn't hit.
Yes. Yeah. Okay.
6-4.
Yeah, same again. Has to release the checker.
Yeah. And I guess we missed a move earlier also where a blunder was made precisely because of not releasing a checker. So as you point out, when you have 4 guys back there, and especially when they're behind a strong prime, you have to take almost every opportunity to release one of them.
Here, indeed. Yes, the pressure of building up behind the prime, as Thomas said, is just too great, and the busting potential, you have to avoid that. So it's nearly always right to release the checker, even if you go into a minefield of hits. More important.
And that double 4 is pretty decent. But isn't it pretty clear to just make the 9 and cover? Or is there another play?
I think this was the best play here, the way he played. Creates a lovely shape. Only 5's out. for Dogfin, and only one checker to bring home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But actually not that easy for Steniek to bring the position home, even if he gets past the midpoint. There is some contact here.
There is, and that's a lovely shake for Dogfin. 4-5 is probably his best hit. Ah, and there's some daylight for Dogfin here.
Definitely.
And he misses.
You wanted to see... Okay, I thought you meant that you wanted to see the cube.
No, it was more the anticipation of can he roll a decent 4?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like this play. Lovely coverage. I think that's. I think he does have to take that small risk and leave the 6-5 double six and the double 3.
Yeah.
I like it. Ah, look, 6-3.
Yeah, interesting play there. Staying inside and burying a guy.
Yeah,
I mean, there are less clean hitting numbers. Of course, you
Yeah.
could get pointed on, and you have
can.
put the guy in a very bad spot.
I slightly prefer it the other way. I'd bring it into the 4 and give the extra shots personally, but.
But it was a very nice play. I mean,
Oh yes.
it was a very alert version. The other
Yes.
one looked like the automatic move.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, Dogfin keeping his blot count not too high. And now,
And here it is. We have action.
and actually Steniek's take point here is a bit higher than usual. He should be more inclined to pass than, at 0-0 to 25 or something.
Yeah. Yeah. And this is one of my reasons for wanting to do the other one. If you do get hit on the point, it does encourage him to go to try to make it next time. A little bit harder if you jump out from the direct point.
True, but that is after all after you missed a shot where you had a 5-point board. I mean, Steniek could also have hit, and then he would have been very happy to have been hit loose, of course.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Big take.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. After all, even if Dogfin had covered, it would still have been 5' versus 4' in a way. But it's easy to say now that we've seen the answer.
Oh no, of course, it's much more difficult under the gun of the match scenario than it is just observing and commentating, for sure.
Yeah, and I think it was not an easy decision. I mean, I'm curious to see what XG will think about it. It was not clear, but I guess one good thing for Steniek was that he was unlikely to get gammoned, and if he had gotten gammoned, it would not have been a very big deal. So that's he almost only had to care about how many games he could win, and that tends to be quite a lot in most prime versus prime positions. So yeah, but then there was the higher take point and everything, so it was not an easy decision.
I agree. Okay, double 2s, lovely shake.
Yeah, definitely very, very good.
Yeah, and I would play 13-11. Okay, you got this as well.
Yeah, 13-11 makes sense given how much he is down in the race. If he can make a new blocking point, that would be pretty nice. If he gets hit, it is very bad, but it's not as bad as if he were up in the race. So
yeah, just like the future build potential, you might be able to make some points that give a problem to his 21-point anchor.
Yeah.
This way, it's going to take a little bit of time to reconfigure or try to make new points.
I agree. I think I would have made the play that you suggested. But GNU agrees with Steniek, so let's trust him on that one.
Oh, yes. Okay. Yeah. Looks like he's going to be slotting. Yeah.
Yeah, nice play because the 10-point checkers can help fill that gap in. And I mean, when you have the 4 slotted, you kind of make the 10 points stronger in a way. Of course, he will not necessarily give it up immediately, but still.
Yes. I like your thoughts. Okay.
It seems he has to play safely, even though he can build a strong 4-point board.
Yeah, I think because he has the racing lead, he wants to preserve that.
Right, and Steniek has a decent offense. It would be different if he didn't.
Yes. Okay. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
But actually, yeah, okay. I was thinking that Dogfin can run now. Yeah, with a number like that, he can run.
Yes.
He decided not to,
Yeah, which was
which
right.
was the right decision in this case.
Well played, Dogfin.
And how about this one?
Double aces. Yeah.
4-3 or 3-1?
I
That's another option.
I think I'd probably make the 7 because it's easier for us to play safely. I mean, okay, it is harder for Steniek to jump past the point, but on the other hand, it's easier for us to play safely. So, but I don't know.
According to GNU, Dogfin found the best play. Well done.
Yeah.
Well
Yeah.
played, Dogfin. The extra contact value.
Yeah, actually, I understand, because if we make the 7 point, then Zdenek can roll 2-1, and it is not going to break anything. While by staying on the 8 point, 3-1 is already breaking a point.
Yeah, yeah. And just generally harder for him to jump past. So, yeah. And now Dogfin getting cubed. He has a lot of wastage.
He does.
Dogfin. So even though he's only down by 6 pips, he is effectively down by more than that, which is why he dropped the cube.
Yeah, he's out of time and he's got a much worse position, so not enough value to be able to take.
No, but he actually had a lower than usual take point, so it was not an easy decision, that one either. But it seems it was correct because GNU didn't react to it.
Yeah, I think so. I think he's just too much under pressure time-wise. He's going to be forced off sooner rather than later, and I think it would create more problems in terms of his winning chances.
Yeah.
Okay, so 2-1 to Dogfin here. 3 away, 4 away.
1.8 versus 4.1.
Okay, very nice. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, it looks like a run. Which
one? 18 or 7 is the question.
I guess 13-7, but I'm not sure. But I guess that.
I'm not sure.
I mean, after all, it produces another builder. It seems like a good play. But in general, of course, great for Dogfin to be able to run. He wants to keep gammons low in this game if he can.
Well spotted, Thomas. Yes, that scoreline 2-1. Don't want to give your opponent the opportunity to give you a tough decision on taking the cube.
Beautiful double force.
Beautiful. 1, 2.
Hard to complain. Really?
I think this will be going back. I think I prefer hitting and making 9 than doing this.
It seems like we have to hit. I mean,
don't want him to make his 5 point.
Yeah. This seems like my
How
play.
about making the 4 point? This I like better.
Yeah, it's possible, but it's pretty loose. I mean, the other one is.
I prefer this one.
Yeah,
Two down.
I mean, sure, the 4-point is nice when he's on the bar, so that's definitely has merit. But it seemed a little loose, and apparently GNU liked this as well.
Yeah.
But this it must be something we can consider cubing even at this score, perhaps.
Good point. Good point. Does give ZZ a interesting decision.
Yeah, and it was
Ah,
indeed cubed. and
Okay, I would have
dropped.
taken a bit longer look there.
Yeah, it was not a trivial take pass decision, not a trivial double either for that matter, but seems to have been correct.
Yes, I think it was an intelligent double there by Dogfin.
Yeah, and it shows also that he knows the match scores very well, because I mean, when you're 3-way, 4-way, if the other guy cubes, you need to be very careful if he can win gammons. But if you have a commanding position yourself, you can actually cube. Not as much as usual, but some positions. So it was a very good cube.
Yes, I think he understood the position, as you're pointing out, very, very well, because he did have a kind of a building position with threats. He could be pointing, he could be blitzing. So yes, I like his play there in turning the cube.
Yeah, here he could both. Yeah, and now of course
Yeah,
at this score, Steniek very much very, very aggressive as soon as he has any chance of winning a gammon.
Wow, yeah, that's super aggressive from the bar.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
you might think, what can he roll? How can it become a pass? But actually, even the fact that he has a few market losers probably makes it the cube. I mean, it looked nice, but it was obviously a very easy take for Dogfin.
Definitely, he just didn't want to miss his moment there, did he? Most important factor was making sure he played for 2 points rather than waiting to see what happens next.
And yeah, I mean, you kind of want to play some sort of splitting play, but Dogfin did well here to stack on the 24-point, which is almost never right in normal backgammon. But at gammon save, you just have to be so careful. And actually, even at another score, it was a very dangerous spot.
Yes, the consolidation plays have much higher value when losing a gammon loses you the match. Yes.
Yeah, but it's just that here you can kind of lose a gammon by being passive as well. If you see what I mean. I mean, you all of a sudden you have those 3 guys primed, but yeah. But it was a very good play.
What a shake this is! Look at this.
Yeah.
And
excellent one.
This is very good. Gives him.
Oh, Steniek didn't make the bar point with 6-3. I didn't see his move, but I just I looked away and assumed that he had the bar point. But
yeah, this match is not the best match for Zdenek, so he really needs to win it in order to not lose 2 points.
Right, yeah, because Dogfin just has to win the PR by 1 point in order to win the maximum in terms of PR, right?
Just over 1.
Yeah. It seems very likely that will happen.
Okay. Okay, it's a decent misser there for Dogfin. Can remake the 9.
Yeah. He is very unlikely to lose a G now, which I assume he is very happy about, given what the position was at one point.
Oh, definitely.
And he's in a quite good shape to win the game.
Yeah. Pretty aggressive there to hit on the ace, no?
Yeah, I think it's either 2 down or come into the 6.
Yeah, I think you wait outside somehow. Yeah, something like this.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, looks like an ace point slot here. Okay. Could be better his way, but if he's doing this, I prefer slotting the ace than jogging along.
Yeah. I mean, Steniak should try to create gammons in the position. I don't know what play does that, but that's what he needs to keep in mind here. And Dogfin the opposite, obviously.
Yes.
I mean, that's really, really important. I mean, it's maybe surprising to some, but it's as important as winning the game at this score. So.
Yes. Okay.
Making the bar looks reasonable here, doesn't it?
I would.
Yeah, it looks easy. It looks easier to play safely later on.
Yes.
Okay, back to the gammons.
Oh
Yeah,
wow! Look at this! What a shake!
Yeah,
What a
I
shake.
mean, Dogfin's play was really reasonable for winning, but it was perhaps it seems GNU thought it was too aggressive.
Not for gammon safe.
Yeah, exactly. Putting 2 blots out there and leaving some shots.
He played very precisely the whole game before this, and then suddenly he did too risky move and was punished right away.
Yeah, I think it was a slight a small overplay there. Helps a hell of a lot. Yeah, I don't think he needed to hit there. He had enough contact and coverage. Just bides your time.
Yeah. But I think it is very difficult to play gammon safe. I mean, that is my opinion, at least. It's
a bit unusual.
Yeah, and all of a sudden, you have to more or less give up when you can win the game. I mean, it's so counterintuitive to play this passively, as you sometimes have to do at this score. And it's like this balance of how passive do I need to play, or is this too much? And
Yeah, I agree, but also it could be winning in a different way. It could be like a delayed win where the power or the structure with strategy in your position can win for you as well. You don't have to go always for the direct joust or the direct.
No.
Cut
like
with the sword.
Here, of course, he had to hit. I mean, but even this was also risky. But if he hadn't hit here, he would have basically said, "I'm conceding the game." So. But I'm not saying this was a difficult decision, but in general, it is not easy to know where to draw the line as far as playing aggressive.
Sure. Oh, that's a nice shake. Yeah, makes a 5-point board.
Zdenek still waiting for a 5.
He is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There is the 5.
Yeah. But a big underdog now.
Big underdog, but being backgammon, we know there's more potentially to come.
Yeah.
Okay, Dogfin's in the zone here. Put himself massive favourite to win this set. And there it is.
2 points for Dogfin.
That is 2 points for Dogfin.
Well played, Dogfin. This match. Not easy to play as a leader here, but he navigated almost all decisions very, very well.
Yes, he did indeed. And what did you think about that set, Thomas?
Yeah, I think it contains some more mistakes, but it also contains some decisions that were very score specific and delicate. So it was not easy. And we should also say that there were some take-pass decisions where Zdenek made mistakes that we probably need to check with XG because they were not obvious, and it's not clear that GNU is spot on with those, I would say. So let's see. But I think this match, Dogfin won the PR deservedly.
Yes, he looked like he played well in that game, and he could be rewarded with 2 points, I believe, in that set.
Seems very much like it.
Yes, but warming up nicely. That's the beauty of this format. It's always something to play for, can twist and turn at any moment.
So what we have now, Dagfinn has 2.48 points, while Zdenek has 1.52 points.
Okay, so advantage Mr. Snowheim. Okay. Yes. So what did you think of that match, that set, Bojo?
Quick one. Zdenek did his best to win the gammon at the last one, but yeah, maybe the making the bar was not so crucial, but definitely he should have tried making it by that 3-6. After that, double force and a couple of other jokers turned the game around, so well deserved. Zdenek did not play his best game, as we already mentioned, but in a 5-pointer that can happen to everyone, as we can see during all the contests. Every player has at least one weak 5-pointer. So let's see about the next couple of sets.
Yes.
Yeah, and I mean, generally the PRs kind of overstate the performances one way or the other in the 5-point match, because either you avoided the blunder traps and then you played a 0, or you made a couple blunders and then you played a 10, basically. so it's like it's very, very difficult to come back from a couple of blunders when you don't have many more decisions in the match, you know.
Absolutely correct.
So I'm just saying, Zdenek's playing an 8 or whatever Gnu said. That's it's not as surprising as it would seem. It happens to everyone in a match this short.
Sure, and it looks like the players are ready to go again in set number 3. You can see they're on the table.
Let's give them the go-ahead.
Sounds good. Okay, so Dagfinn leading in the points race. First at just over 5 points, wins the contest.
I just have to change the chat.
Sure. So Dagfinn with the advantage at the moment. And we're off. Okay, 52 hits and splits. Double twos, nice shake.
Yeah, make the 4 and look for the last deuce.
I like 18-16 here.
Seems good. Seems good. Not giving as many hitting numbers.
Yeah, I think so. It's kind of a slight duplication of the 4.
And with that 22-point anchor, Zdenek has an easy take for a while, so no need to double, despite the very significant advantage for Dagfinn.
Agreed. Yeah, the power of having an advanced anchor.
Yeah, okay, hit or make the 5-point, yeah.
I think I would hit. I like the idea of keeping my opponent off balance. Very, very hard for him to improve his position. Yes, we make the 5-point, but that gives him a lot of rolls to improve his position.
It does, but he has a relatively weak containment game, and he has a blot dumped on his ace points. So it's not, I mean, it's hard for Zdenek to get everything done there. I mean, let's say he now enters with a 6 hitting back. I mean, somehow he can mix things up a little bit there with Dagfinn not having the 5 points. So I get that he thinks that is not a trivial decision. But like you said, he would have left Zdenek with too many good rolls.
Yeah, and that's the reason I like the hit. Just keep him off balance.
Yeah. And even after getting hit back like he does here, I mean, look at how strong his position is. So yeah.
Yeah, and it just pushes you further towards a cube with the contact, I feel. So that's why I was
Yeah.
more in favor of the hit.
And if Staniek does not deliver, which he kind of does, but
Yes. Yeah.
interesting that he hit there very quickly. I thought it could be considered to cover the bar point. But,
Yes, my thoughts as well. He could have come in on the 22 and made 8-7.
But it seems he was right in his instincts.
Very much so.
And blocking the 22 point is attractive for Dogfin. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I mean, he really has this things under control now on his side of the board.
Yes, he does indeed.
Okay, that's a strong number on both sides, actually.
It is. There's quite a few options here.
But perhaps,
Yeah, very easy to get stuck between a rock and a hard place here.
yeah. I think I would have been inclined to make the 20 point, but
Yeah, I'd have to have a good look because it's not nice really having these 4 checkers back there. Yeah, tough decision. Tough
okay, I can
decision.
see that GNU considers it to be a toss-up, basically. So, yeah, indeed, a very difficult decision. And also very easy, because whichever move you make, it's more or less correct.
Yes, and yeah. Double 4s, lovely shake.
It's another excellent roll. Okay. He
Okay.
doesn't hit.
No, I would definitely.
Yeah, it's. I mean,
I think so. You got to move off the back game, push him back.
Seems normal to hit.
I think so. Don't really want 4 checkers in the home board with a roll like double 4. Your timing's a bit suspect. I think this looks good for one roll, but then.
Yeah, he is betting that Dogfink cannot roll a 6.
Yeah, but you lose so much quadrant control, don't you, if you make the 5 point?
Yeah, because even if Dogfin just rolls 3-1 in that position or something, it's still, or 4-1 or something. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, but as Dogfin's position's a little bit higgledy-piggledy, I prefer to put him on the roof and challenge him to roll well from the bar.
Yeah. But of course, you could also argue that also indicates that he is not in a strong priming position, and because of that, you should try to prime him. But I agree with you that hitting looked very natural and was also best. It's just that he should have made the other hitting play, coming out with both guys from the 24 apparently. But yeah. I think that Staniek's play also looked very reasonable. It was just wrong.
Yeah, it's just I think it would be difficult making the 5 to prime with 4 guys on the other side. That's why I was much more in favor of hitting on the outside. And also you lose that quadrant control by giving up the mid and having 4 back. Okay, we got action. We have action. Okay. Okay.
Pretty big roll coming up there.
Yes.
I mean, if Dogfin can just roll what he needs here, he is in good shape. But he is at risk of ending up in a bad position here. Okay, he didn't hit there.
Yeah, double ace.
Yeah, do you try to make the 7 or do you make the 22 points?
I think the 22 has much more value in this position if you get pushed back.
It looks very, very attractive. But I guess the problem is if after you've made it, you have 1 ace to spare.
Yeah, I wouldn't make the 7. I'd make the 22 personally. For sure. Yeah, I think that's the higher value point.
Yeah, but the thing was, if you made the 22, you had to combine that with slotting the 7. So it was not just about choosing the point.
I agree, but I still preferred giving him dangling the second blot and having the 22 versus this this version personally. I don't mind
Yeah.
giving him the block when I've got the 22 secured. That's going to be there for quite some time.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, and 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's Yeah.
Steniek in control despite his many guys back.
Yes, and Dagfinn being tactically astute here, not going for pointing due to the strong 4-point board on the other side. Very
Right.
intelligent.
Right, and his racing lead. I mean, if he can turn this into a race, he will be in great shape. But after that role, he's very unlikely to.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, 6-1, nice shake. Lovely outfield control. Okay, so this is going to be tough now for Dagfinn.
It is. He is on the losing side of a priming battle.
Yes, he is. 54, okay.
Yeah.
Looks like he's forced to hit here. Yeah.
Yeah. Things just okay. I mean, Steniek good, of course, fan, but it's not looking very good for the Norwegian.
Yes, I agree. And this is just far too risky, in my opinion. You can get blitzed out too many times.
Yeah, and I guess also the upside was not big enough, but at least it duplicated fours and deuces, I believe.
Yeah. He's also got the option to hit the second guy on the ace here with the 5.
Yeah.
I would.
Yeah.
I would.
I mean, it's kind of a double-edged sword in a way, because you don't want to put guys behind the anchor when you're in the process of priming him. But on the other hand, yeah, it's nice to blitz him too, but but you have a lot of guys back, you know.
Yes, good point. Okay, this is anti-joker here.
Yeah, but don't you play? I don't know. I mean, I don't think Dagfinn wants to get hit, even though he might think he doesn't have timing for a back game, but he doesn't after getting hit either. So
Yeah, I think you're right. The open sesame play just was not the right time for that.
There is the back game.
yeah,
Yes.
there is the back game, but it's a horrible back game.
It is.
I mean, he has his ace point made and no timing. It's yeah. I'm not envious of Dagfinn's position.
Yes, very much so.
And does he even hit? I think he does. Just hoping to somehow
get hit
mix it up.
and to get better timing.
Hoping for a dance, I think.
Yeah, just a bit of scrambling value here. Try and get back into the game.
But of course, hitting also opens up to some very bad variations where both plots get picked up and you just get blitzed as well. So I don't know. But hitting seems like the way to go forward.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Apparently was close decision. The both plays had merit. I think this was the way to try to win. But
Well, for sure, if he gets hit a couple of more times, he is going to get a good timing finally.
yeah, but I just mean it's not like Dagfinn is saying, "Ooh, I hope I get hit many times and have good timing." I mean, he has a very bad position and does not want to get G'd and be G'd, I think. I mean, his offense is horrible.
True.
But yeah, but I guess Steniek has a small weakness in that he has a few guys inside his home board, so he is unlikely to create a 6 prime.
Oh, now the 5s are terrible for Dagfinn.
They are terrible.
Yeah. And I guess perhaps you play on your side,
I think
breaking the
so.
6 or something.
Yes, I think so. You just have to do this and hope to roll an ace or a 6. Okay, that's
That's not-
very bad. Yeah, ace
it's
point suction.
it's ugly stuff now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and cute play there by Steniek, inviting
Yes.
the hit, but he can cover. You have to cover. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Fan. Okay.
And I guess Steniek is now not primarily trying to bust the back game. He's just trying to get his guys in quickly and take them off and win in G.
Yes. Okay.
Interesting there. You could even bring in
Yes.
8 to. Yeah, I mean 7 to 5. Yeah.
Yeah,
It
it makes
was
his
close.
sixes.
It was slightly better actually.
Yeah, I think so. It makes all of his sixes very interesting, doesn't it? If he plays 7 to 5.
Yeah, and it's good for distribution. He's not really threatening with his offense anyway. So, but let's see if Steniek can dodge the hit.
Yes. He
And
has.
One more chance
And it's another misser.
and one more miss.
yeah, and a low number as well. I mean,
Yes. Oh
this is not
my.
good for Dogfin.
This is very bad for Dogfin.
It smells like a BG if he can't hit.
Does. It does.
Not for sure, of course.
I like your smelling abilities.
Yes.
Ooh, a big roll now for Steniek.
Huge. And
Hey, it's for the match actually.
okay.
It is
Oh.
for the match.
And that's it. That's a BG.
It looks that they will split the points.
Looks like it.
Wow.
That's a quick match.
Very,
Yeah.
very quick match. Wow. What a dazzling finish there. Wins a BG to win 6 points and to win the set. Wow. What a game. Fabulous. So, what did you think of that very, very quick set there, Thomas?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Dogfin was obviously very unlucky, and it just went south and south and south and south until, yeah, it was at Antarctica or something.
Yeah.
So I don't know, not much to say, but it was a very interesting game, the one that we got to see, of course, with all these checkers back, etc., and some cute and difficult plays.
Yeah, very much so, wasn't it? It was really interesting, wasn't it? In the middle-ish part of that game, a few interesting decisions there.
Yeah.
Yes, and it all came from a cheeky double there by ZZ, first of all. Yeah, and rewarded with a glorious backgammon to win in one game. Yeah, it doesn't happen too often, but who would have picked that?
I mean, from the position where the cube was sent, I don't think there were many BGs to be won by Steniek. I mean, I'm just looking back at the position now, but yeah, anything can happen. It was an exciting game.
Myself as well. I've just gone back.
So they are ready to start the next one.
Okay.
Cool.
Excellent.
So I guess did Dogfin won the PR again?
Yeah, they split 1 point each. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's 3.5, 2.5, more or less.
Yes.
So in principle, Dogfin could win the whole duel now, right?
Bosha?
I'm just.
Sorry,
checking.
my apologies.
Yeah, if he gets over 1.5.
Yeah.
1.53, then he's going to win the match.
Right. So for starters, he has to win the match, right? Because that's 1 point.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
This is a
So
must.
so if Steniak wins the match, then he's guaranteed to live for another match.
Yes.
Hmm. 8-7, and then where's the 5? I guess 6-1. Yeah,
Yeah.
seemed right.
Ooh, look at
And
that,
this
man.
this is a cube already, right?
Oh yeah, must be a cube.
And it quickly passed.
Yeah, tough one.
Although it was perhaps a close decision.
Yeah, I think the human nature kicking in there, 2 on the roof against a good position, always tricky. Yeah, that's one thing the bot doesn't have. It just plays the position and the numbers without any fear whatsoever.
Right. Knows no fear.
Yes, but that's what happens when you're an algorithm number maker rather than a human. That's
Yeah.
the difference.
Okay, so Dogfin bringing 2 guys down, working on his prime. I mean, if he is working on his prime, is he not playing 7 and 5 then? But I think it seems 8-5 seems pretty nice to play.
I think
I
so.
mean-
If he's not splitting, I like your idea, Thomas.
Yeah,
Mm.
but even if he's splitting, I kind of like 8-5, I have to say. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong on that one. No, 8-5 was key in this position. Because yeah, it's many extra shots for relatively small gain compared to having that guy on the 5 instead.
Yeah.
Okay, and Dogfin with a much better prime, but 2 guys back instead of 1.
Yes, I think that's what puts him off from sending the cube, even though he's 4 away.
Yeah, and 5-2 has to make the 5 prime, no?
I make the prime for sure. I mean, you're doing this to make it next time anyway. Just make it now. And
Think so. I mean, it
Yes.
seems very big to have a 5 prime here.
I think so. It puts tremendous pressure on ZZ here. If he doesn't roll ace, oh, he does.
He does, but it's not that big of a deal, I don't think. I mean, I think Dogfin is still happy that he has a 5 prime.
Yes.
It's very hard for Steniak to come home.
Yes, very much so.
Ooh, and this is a
Ooh.
volatile position.
Very
A
volatile.
a 4 after this one is pretty big.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blots open plus 1 back. He's
Yeah.
really
Wrong 4.
Yeah, it was, but hats off to Steniak for playing that very bold move. I mean, it was very risky, but it was also very right.
Yes.
Take that risk.
Not sure how many players would have found that move at this score. Yes. Well played, isn't it? Yeah, very, very good. Okay.
But only 6 blots.
Yes. Yes.
And now considering perhaps sending a cube, it seems. But he is behind a 5 prime, even though it will soon probably be 5 prime versus 5 prime.
Yeah, this is the speculation flutter, isn't it? That you anticipate that you're going to cover and have him in problems with 3 on the 24. So
Yeah,
he sends it now.
Very interesting position.
Very,
yeah,
very
it is. It
interesting
is.
position.
It's very dynamic. But because I mean, Steniak could also roll something like 2-1 and make the bar point. That is also pretty big. So he has some threats, but I agree with the take. So it will be interesting to see what GNU says about it.
Yes, I agree with the take as well. It's more the double, I think, that's in question.
Yeah.
And you're right, the double is in question and the take is clear.
Yes.
Well done, Mr. Macau Pine.
Oh, and well done, Mr. Tenland as well.
Yeah. Okay, and now I don't know. Is Dogfin already a favorite? I mean, must be close. And now he is a favorite, I think.
I think so. I think the power of the 5 prime is really working well for him.
Mhm.
Well, he can also play for a G.
Yeah,
Because he's far away.
now he is very, very. I mean, it's not a risky position either for Dogfin. The worst thing that can happen is basically Steniek rolls a deuce or double sixes or something. But I mean, or 6-4.
First deuce and then double sixes.
Yeah, but I mean, even
Okay.
something like this, Dogfin is in good shape, you know. So
Yes.
it was a very stable position for him.
He's considering to cash.
Yeah, so again, we have the take point there at 25.5% or something for Steniek. Can he find that in this position? Because, I mean, he doesn't have to care about that he could lose a G. That is one of the weaknesses of his positions. Otherwise, he could get gammon, but he will not. So, question is only, can he have 25.5%?
Yeah, very.
I don't think so.
No, neither does Steniek, and it was right.
Well played both. Very well played both. Excellent cube.
Yeah.
Good drop. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay, Dogfin is 3-0 up, and he's leading by over 1 point the PR.
Oh,
Getting
yeah,
exciting.
yeah. Right. He's actually in fantastic shape.
He is. And what's the overall score thus far in the contest, Bojo?
It's 3.5 versus 2.5 approximately.
Ah, okay.
In Dogfin's favor, right?
In Dogfin's favor.
Yeah. So if this current scoreline persists, he's going to win it right here.
Yes.
Good point, Thomas. Yes, you're right. You're right.
And at this score, Dogfin is very much wants to make this a gammon-free game, because if there are no gammons, he can basically take all cubes and and he can even cash some cubes that he couldn't otherwise. But as soon as there are gammons in the position, he needs to be a lot more cautious with the cube. So for that reason, he wants gammons, and Steniek. I'm sorry, he does not want gammons, and Steniek does want gammons.
Yes, that's right. One wants to play for position and consolidation. The other one wants contact and lots of possible blitz. So very interesting how it's going to pan out.
So that's almost like an extra battle in addition to the one of just winning the game. Who can turn the game into the sort of game that they want?
Indeed, yes, yes. And 13-8, go for the. Oh no. Oh, I would go the other way. I'd take that small risk now. I'd leave the double direct and try and go for my own G to win the match.
Yeah. Because of course, if Dogfin can win a gammon, an undoubled gammon, then all of a sudden gammons become interesting to him. So.
Definitely. Okay, that's a nice shake. Make the 4.
Yeah, it seems like you need to point.
Yes, I think so. Okay, that's a good anchor. There's easy there. There's another hit.
Yeah. And now, of course, Dogfin does not really like how gammonish the position is, because it means that he cannot use his advantage to cube. He can just keep rolling. But of course, so far he's in a very good position doing that.
Yes, he's coming home very nicely. Yeah. Fan.
Yeah, and it's not clear that Dogfin needs to hit anymore now. He might be able to win a G just from this race.
Yes.
Especially, of course, if Steniek keeps fanning, but even if he enters immediately.
Okay, he goes this way. I would have gone for breaking the mid there.
Yeah, I agree. That seemed like the right moment.
I think so.
Because had Steniek entered, then it would have been actually quite difficult to bring home safely.
Yes. Okay, look at this. Dogfin. senses
Unstoppable.
senses the route to victory here. Going to have all these extra decisions where ZZ's on the bar fanning, so no decisions for him. Makes it very tough PR-wise. Gives Dogfin a huge advantage.
As long as he keeps making the right plays, of course. He has actually had a few semi-difficult choices coming home, but yes, in general, of course, big advantage. Just as soon as he gets to start bearing off, then it's going to be a very big advantage.
Yes.
And here, considering to bring both guys in, but perhaps just move both points forward, maybe that's safer.
Yeah, I like your plan.
Okay, he's actually stacking on the 8th. So yeah,
And now
I think
double
it's just
trees are leaving a blot.
Yeah.
Right. And also
So
the point is not as easy to clear. So
according to GNU, playing 10 to 6 was the best. Best
I
play.
think I would have moved the points forward.
Yes,
I mean, both
second
points forward
best.
a little bit.
Second best, but very close. So
Okay.
I would have played your move as well, Thomas. That was my preferred play.
me too.
Okay. So Steniek needs to run fast now.
Yes,
Or
run,
hit.
Forrest, run.
Or hit, of course.
Yes, very unlikely. Only 6-1-5-1 leaves a shot. Okay.
No.
Now the race for survival. Here we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But actually, Steniek's PR is perhaps falling quicker now than Dogfin's because he has had fewer decisions earlier in the match. Maybe that can help him a little bit. He needs to catch up desperately here.
No, he needs to outplay Dogfin.
Oh, yeah, okay. That's not going to happen. Unless, of course, XG does not agree at all with GNU.
Yeah. Okay, so we are going to check this and we'll have the answer very soon. Let's see.
Okay. Yes, another interesting set there, Thomas. What did you think of that set?
Let me just go back and check what the games were in this one to be. This was perhaps not one of the most. I mean, what can I say? Not as much happened in this set, perhaps, as in the previous ones. It was a bit more straightforward.
Yes, I agree.
Dogfin just got lucky and won and played excellently as he has done throughout the series.
Yes, showing a very, very consistent high level of play here. Understandable, being a grandmaster, showing us his skills, which we very much enjoy. So yeah, he seems to be on very good form today. Yeah,
I don't know if he's made a single really big mistake. I mean,
I don't think so.
I think he blundered in one of the matches, but I mean, a really big one. I don't think he made a single really big mistake. He plays very tidy backgammon today. Yeah, and in general, of course, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, great stuff there from Dogfin. Not too far away from hearing what the points outcome is.
Yeah, XG showed something which was strange, so it will be analyzed once again. Because if XG showed the correct analyze, we are going to have another match.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, but I mean, it makes sense. Like we talked about before, there was so few. I mean, the match is very short, and there were very few mistakes. So I mean, if XG just disagrees with GNU a little bit, then it can change the PRs a lot.
Yes, no, very much so. It's the difference in the ply, which is how far you look at how many moves ahead you look, and it does make a difference. More moves ahead is always the stronger play. That's the advantage of having XG at the higher settings. Looks ahead in a much better fashion to analyze and work out what the best play is in each particular position. Yes, so we're just waiting to see what XG says and whether we're going to have another match between these two tremendous players.
XG does confirm 1.82 for Zdenek and 2.41 for Dagfinn. I'm just going to quickly check the difference with GNU in order to be sure. This is going to take a minute or two.
Yeah, but don't you think, Bojo, that it was probably the cubes there? I mean, perhaps the drop in the first game or the double in the second.
Let me check because I was not watching in the beginning.
By Steniak. I mean, GNU had those mistakes, but not blunders. But it could be that XG thinks that they were fine.
Okay.
It's just a guess.
In game number 1, double pass 64 according to GNU and 35 according to XG. So this makes already a difference that is significant for a match with almost no errors.
Right. And then there was move 7 in game 2.
This is again the double. And according to XG, this double is correct. So well done, Zdenek. This makes the difference.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough. So, okay, exciting. Then we have a new match.
A fifth match.
Oh, great
and what's
stuff.
the score then? What's the score?
I'm going to tell you in a few seconds.
Yeah.
Okay, so we do have more action. I'm pleased about that. We get to see these two great players showing us their skills. So, yes, we will have at least another 5-point match. Yeah. So Dagfinn with a slight lead in the overall points tally, but ZZ fighting back. Yeah, not too far away from starting this next set. And does become very interesting with all these different possibilities. We have GNU for the basic heroes analysis, which is a good guide for what's the better play or what's the better cube or take. But the higher decision and the result of the PR is done in XG with BMAP settings. So that does make a difference, as we've seen with the last set. Now going into another set. Okay. And yes, both the players are on the table, so we'll just wait for...
Let's give them the sign to start first.
Sure. Sounds good. Yeah. Okay, so just letting the players know we're ready for them to go again. Get ready, and we're off. Here we go. Alrighty, 6-3 standard, double deuces. Yep, 11 and 4 looks good. 3-1, nice shake, makes the 5. 2-1. Hit and split. Oh, lovely shake under pressure. Makes his 20 point. Lovely shake from Dogfin there. 65. Yeah. There's also the option to run round to his 11 as well. Is another option.
Yeah, but I think it's nice for him to have the guy on the 22 ready to escape next time.
Very well spotted, Thomas. Yes. Much better for escaping. Has the 4-5, 6-3, 6-5. Double 4 as well. So, yes, many more escape possibilities. Yeah.
And also just in general, if Dogfin made his bar point or something, then it's very valuable to be there instead.
Yes, agreed. Okay, 2-6. Looks like he's going to hit.
Yeah.
Bam. He does.
He is a little bit reluctant because he's giving up such a strong point, but I would have hit as well. You have to do it.
A racing deficit in a 2-point board against a 2-point board. Uncomfortable, yes, but must be done.
Right. And I guess he establishes the 14 point now, or is there another? Yeah, okay, can we do this? But why?
I like the 14. I like your vision here, Thomas. Yeah. Nice control of the outfield under much less pressure. Oh, what a decision. It's very wise indeed. Would have been blitzed there, staying on the 20. So, yes, good decision.
But 3-3 still very, very strong, of course.
Yes.
Question is, the last 2 threes, not...
Yeah, I think he has to switch
not
on.
obvious.
Yeah, you want to keep that lovely configuration, but everything else is not so good. It gives him a bit too much opportunity, doesn't it? So I think he has to switch.
Yeah, but I mean, the guy is not even at the edge of the prime, so he is pretty decently contained there. It is a bit annoying to just create a Swiss cheese position for kind of no reason, but yeah, but it seems it was the best play, not by a lot, but still best. It was very nicely played, in my opinion. I think I would have played it more positionally.
Yeah, I think it's just the danger of just too much opportunity to the opponent. He can point on you, he can escape. So just a few too many advantages. So I did like the switch from ZZ there.
Yeah, always 25% dances can't be too bad.
Yes, that's right. And
this position is also not too bad.
Yes, I think. Yes, I would cube this as well.
Yeah, I think that's right. I mean, if he rolls a deuce, he is such a huge favorite, and even if he doesn't, he's still a very solid favorite. So.
Yes. Okay. Boom. Double sixes. Lovely shake from ZZ there. Okay, yep. 42 makes the 4. Double ace. Yes. And yes. 43 points.
And boom.
Fan. And cube.
Right.
Okay. That's the easy part. Now, are you taking, Thomas?
Yeah. Let's see. It feels like it could be a pretty close decision to me, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think so. It's a toughie, isn't it? You're trailing by 21 pips. You're on the roof. Okay, we do have the rack on the other side, but there is a lot of blitz potential here for ZZ. So I think you're right. This is close. I'm leaning a little bit more towards letting it go than taking.
Yeah, that's interesting. I kind of felt the same actually, but I'm not sure. But if I have to make a very quick decision, I think I would also pass.
Yes, I think the advantages, the advanced anchor, the racing lead,
Yeah,
Maybe
it just feels like if Steniak rolls something really bad, then he's still gonna hit loose, and unless you produce an immediate 5, you're in extremely bad shape, and that is after his bad numbers. So, you know, but on the other hand, you have an offense, and maybe you hit that 5, etc.
Yeah, that's what it's all about, isn't it? Welcome to backgammon. Yes, we can see it is a really tricky and tough decision here, and Dagfinn's really taking his time.
Yeah, it's interesting because I haven't really thought about their time management at all in the previous matches. So I guess they must have been playing pretty fast. But here he took his time and correctly passed. It was, as a matter of fact, a big pass.
Okay.
I just want to say something regarding the analyzed so far. In order to win the match, Dagfinn needs to either win the match or to win the outplay or to be outplayed by less than 40 millipoints. And in order Zdenek to win the contest, he needs to win the match and to win the outplay by 40 millipoints at least.
Okay. So for now, Dagfinn is a monster favorite, but that can change quickly.
Well, 0.2 to 0.5, Dagfinn is just making it.
Well, sure, but he also can win the match.
No, of course. If he wins the match, it's clear.
Okay, so
wow, he's gonna be in very bad shape no matter what play he makes here. Yeah, yes. There's the cube.
And
it was taken. It was it was not obvious to take it, in my opinion.
I'm not sure I would have taken there.
It looked to me like a clear pass.
Yeah, it was so. According to GNU, it was also a pass.
Far away.
Yeah.
Yeah, just being marooned with 2 checkers on your 24, and my opponent has the better advanced anchor and the better position. Yeah, I think I would have not taken that one.
Maybe for the battle, that means it's likely that Dagfinn now has to win the match.
Good point, Thomas. Yes, very good point.
Well, of course, there's a lot left as well, but you know.
Yes, we like to speculate in the right way.
It doesn't look too gammonish at the moment, but there are definitely some gammons in the air.
Yeah. I mean, it must be above 20% for sure.
Yes, it's going to be dependent, I think, on what happens with this roll. He's going to jump out into the outfield. Oh, very smart. Keeps the 3s duped. Okay, and he goes the other way, changes his mind.
That's a big play. That's the DMP play. It's the DMP play getting shown on the board.
This is very gammonish.
Will it be the play made?
It is.
Maybe he's just making a bit of show for the viewers.
But it would be nice. I hope he plays it. This is
okay, amazing.
What an excellent play.
Superb.
Well done, Dagfinn.
Very, very well done. Yeah. So ZZ looks like he's all in here.
And as always, when you make a great play, you get punished for it by getting gammoned and losing the match.
Often,
yes. We see it many times. Yes. So
I would say that this was the play of the match.
It was extremely brave. I mean, especially under the circumstances that getting G'd loses the match. It was a very, very nice play. I liked it a lot too.
Yes, he's showing us his strong winning mentality here.
Yeah.
Even with the risk of being gammoned, he found the best play.
Dying with his boots on.
Indeed. Very nice, Thomas.
Or let's see if he can roll what he needs to roll.
I think we'd like him to enter, wouldn't we? If ZZ
Of
plays
course,
to play.
of course. I don't want Dogfin to get gammon now and the match to just finish.
Yeah,
We want another game.
yeah, for sure. And Fan. Okay, that's very bad. Okay, needs
Desperately needs
deuce.
deuce.
Really needs a deuce. Really.
Yeah, I
needs
think
a
he
deuce.
has to keep one checker.
Yeah.
And even
And-
with the deuce. Oh,
Oh,
There is a
there's
shot.
Oh,
And
look
there
at
is a hit.
this. Oh,
and
there
then
is
the
a dance.
and
What
is
a
there
game.
yeah,
and-
of course, Steniek's take point here is 33%, and Dogfin would not have to care about losing a gammon if the cube is on 4. So it makes sense to think about whether it could be a cube already.
yes, very
I
well
mean,
spotted.
Maybe now.
Maybe now it could be with the 5 board.
Yeah, I guess only double 4s are really fantastic, but the question is how strong his position is already.
It is, but I think this is definitely a take. I mean,
Yeah, but 33%, it's not the usual 22%.
yeah, but I mean, he's got 2 off already, isn't he? And
Yeah,
he's a
yeah,
long
yeah.
way from making that 3 point.
Yeah, yeah.
I think there's enough there
Looks
to take.
complicated to me.
It is complicated, but my gut says take. Could be. I
Yeah.
could be wrong, but that's what my instincts say.
That's what Zdenek's instinct said as well.
So it seems actually this DMP will decide who wins the battle.
Yeah, so many different factors.
So whoever wins this game will win the battle, most likely.
Most likely. There is the 3-6. Well done.
Wow, look at that straight away. In and out.
Just
Shaking
nothing
all
the
about.
3 point.
Yes. Or
What
could
a
it
big
be-
roll coming up now.
I
Big
was about to say,
sequence.
was it not maybe to go with 3 and split 19 to 18 maybe?
2 and 3 almost.
Yeah. Then a big favorite now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
huge favorite now.
Yeah. Massive. Okay. So
Yeah.
yes, makes it really interesting and exciting here for the calculations.
Just another backgammon drama, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. Dogfin came so close after recubing here, but couldn't finish it off.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Let's see.
Yeah, let's look.
And now
Or
now there is the shot.
Oh, there's the
what an important shot this is.
We have action.
Yeah.
We have action.
I mean, if he hits here, it's kind of like 50-50 again.
I would bear off.
Yeah, I think I would bear off as well.
Thomas, what
You-
do you think?
Well, you probably want to count the repeaters for next roll. I mean, if you hit here, then you very, very unlikely to leave another shot. But if you take a guy off, maybe you might leave another shot. So
Or you can leave, no, but otherwise you can leave double shot the next time after dancing.
after dancing, but that is a pretty unusual scenario. But yeah, anyway, I don't know.
Okay, is Zdenek big favorite to win the contest? After
Yeah.
Dogfin almost did it the previous match.
Yeah.
Yes, it does make working out the numbers very, very exciting and interesting.
Let's get in the analyze because maybe the analyze is going to change something again.
Right.
Yeah.
But only very strong opinions from XG can save Dogfin now. I mean, it's going to come down to Dogfin's take on the initial cube at this score, right?
Yes, I
I
agree.
think
So-
so.
So, I mean, XG would have to think that take was fine, basically. If not, he's going to lose the PR in this match.
Not too likely, yes.
Yes, I think you're definitely right there, Thomas. It's all going to come down to that decision, which I think is going to be not as good as ZZ's overall decision. So I think you're going to be right.
But what a finish from Zdeniak. Second to last match he played, I don't remember, but it was under a 2, I think, and now under a 1. So finding his form right when he needed it.
Okay, so we have the analyze. Dagfinn 4.94 and Zdenek 0.61. So it is confirmed.
Wow.
Right. Congratulations, Zdeniak.
5.32 points for Zdenek and 4.68 for Dagfinn. Very unlucky because he played extremely well. But yeah, congrats, Zdenek.
Yes, big congrats to Zdenek there in under the gun, under pressure with a very strong performance from Dagfinn, and he managed to turn it around in the last set. So yes, commiserations to Dagfinn. Excellent performance, but congratulations to Zdenek there in coming back under extreme pressure. Well done. All righty. Okay, so yes, very, very interesting, Thomas. Yes. Yes. What did you think overall about the contest?
It was great. It was a very exciting format, I think. In addition to, of course, great performances from the players. But it was very interesting to see who was going to win, with how many points each of them were going to get and after each set, etc. So looking forward to following the rest of the tournament as well.
Yeah, very, very much so. Yes, yes, starting to move along nicely. Okay, I'd like to take this opportunity to invite live into the studio Jean Lazaro.
Hi Eric, hi everybody.
Fantastic, and it's about that time for Jean Lazaro's summary.
Another very exciting and very well played match, and it was a complete turnaround in the last match because Dagfinn was playing really well, and Zdenek had some mistakes, some matches not very well played as he does usually, but in the last match he played really well, and Dagfinn made a big mistake with the cube. But as we know, these matches are open to all results, to every possible outcome, and we can't say that Dagfinn played bad. Of course, he played very well, but he made a big mistake in the last match, and he paid it really at a very high price. But congratulations to both players. They are very strong, really very strong.
Okay, thanks very much, Jean Lazaro. Okay, and Thomas, I have a couple of non-backgammon questions for you here, just to find out a little bit more about your good self. My first question to you, Thomas, what are your 3 favorite colors?
Is that from our viewers or no? It's my 3 favorite colors are black, blue, and white.
Okay, very nice. Not from the viewers. This is just a little something that I put together that I like to have a little bit more insight into our special guests.
Fair enough.
Okay, next one. What are your 2 favorite beverages?
Water and beer.
Nice, good answer. We like it. Okay, and Next one is what are your two favorite places to travel to?
South America in general, and North Cyprus.
Okay, very, very nice. I do have another question for you, but I have a news flash. I'd like to take this opportunity now to invite live into the studio from Croatia, Mislav Kovacic.
Hey Eric, hey guys.
Hi,
Hello.
Mislav.
Yeah, finally you hear me. Oh my God.
Yes.
I was calling everyone around to borrow me something because nothing worked. Yeah. Okay.
Mislav, you
Yeah.
are like the police in the Hollywood movies. They always come after all the action is done.
Yeah. Something like that.
Bruce Willis has finished everything, and then they just come to take the record.
Yeah.
Okay,
Welcome.
so
Oh God.
as we've welcomed Mislav in, I'm going to just divert away from Thomas for a moment, and I'll ask Mislav these questions.
Okay.
So-
I haven't heard. I just heard last two. So yeah.
Don't worry, I'm gonna relay and set you up. So,
Okay.
Mislav,
Sure. Yeah.
what are your three favorite colors?
Three favorite colors. Okay, so blue, black, and orange. I guess. Yeah.
Very close to Thomas. Okay, we
Okay.
like. And second question for you: what are your two favorite beverages?
Okay, water is by far number one, but okay, I'll go with Coca-Cola, I guess, for the second one. But I don't drink it too often. But yeah, I mostly drink water all the time, 99% of the time.
Well, that's a very wise decision. I'm the same. Okay, and next one, and then you're on par with Thomas.
Okay.
What are your two favorite places to travel to?
Oh, two favorite places to travel to. Well, I guess I always liked Italy. I mean, every place I visited, I've enjoyed it. So maybe Italy. And I guess I have to go with Cyprus for the backgammon action as my second one, maybe. I mean, okay, it's maybe not because of the place itself, but some nice moments there always. So I guess these two, maybe.
Okay,
Italy and
good.
Cyprus.
Yes, good decisions. I like your thoughts. Okay, so Thomas, I'm gonna ask you your next one, then same one to Mislav. Thomas, what are your hobbies and interests outside of backgammon?
Paddle for one thing, and sports in general.
Okay. And do you have any particular favorite sports?
Yeah, paddle, golf. Yeah, mainly, and reading as well a little bit. Not that it's a sport, but as an interest.
No, of course. We like to hear what things you're into. So very, very nice. Again, same for Mislav. What are your hobbies and interests outside of backgammon?
Well, mostly games, any kind of card or board games is like my main. If I don't play backgammon, I'll probably play something else. So, yeah, I don't know. For the second one, I mean, I read a lot as well. I guess I don't know, but board games is by far my main hobby. I guess playing anything, with.
And do you have any, not including backgammon, do you have any ones that are slightly more your favorite or what you like?
You mean board games?
Yes.
Oh, I like. Okay, we probably never heard of it, but Perudo is my favorite game. It's a dice game where you have 5 dice in your cup, and it's kind of a betting and guessing game. There's some psychology and betting and stuff like that. So, I mean, yeah, most people never heard of it when I say it, so it's a bit difficult to to explain this way how it works, but yeah, Perudo is, I guess, my favorite one. I'm also following chess a lot, but maybe not playing that much, but I always enjoy chess game, following top tournament chess games, I guess. So, yeah.
All right, and I can see that we're very, very close to having some interesting positions to go through. So,
Okay.
Bojo, how are we fixed in regards to that? Okay, we'll come back to that in a moment. I think we'll come back to him in a minute. I think he's just setting that up. All right, so I have another question here for Thomas. Thomas, what are your 3 most delicious dishes?
I don't know if I can list 3, but my favorite dish is a great steak with some sort of potatoes.
Okay, all right. I'll change my question very, very slightly. Okay, that's your main dish. What's your favorite dessert?
Either ice cream or some sort of chocolate mud cake sort of thing.
I think I sense a chocolate brownie with ice cream. I think is the combo for you then in that case. Very, very nice. All righty. And Mishlav, same to you. What's your favorite main dish?
I guess tuna. I eat tuna all the time. Salmon, and yeah, these 2 I eat all the time. And I don't know. Also, I like ice cream for the desserts. I can always eat some ice cream, I guess. These 3.
Okay, and yes, I think we're ready now. Bojo, I'd like you to start things off with our interesting positions.
Okay. So this is from just a second. This is match number 1, 5 away, the first game, and there is the Zdenek's choice whether to cube or not.
Okay, so we'll let, as we only have Thomas for a few positions, I'll let Thomas kick this one off.
Yeah, so you could compare it to this early double force blitz where someone, for example, opens with a 5-1 splitting and the other guy blitzes with double force, and then there's a fan, and that's a small double, and then you need to make adjustments for the other changes in the position and the fact that you should double somewhat earlier at this score than in a money game. So that's how I would try to analyze this position. I don't think it's very easy to know whether or not it's a cube. I mean, I can only hope that I would have doubled it, but I think the take becomes very easy if you go about the analysis that way, at least.
Okay, thanks very much, Thomas. Mishlav?
Yeah, I'm a bit surprised that Zdenek would normally snap cubes these. So yeah, I mean, I would expect him to normally cube these kind of positions. He's very aggressive with the cube. I would have found the cube. I mean, we have a better position. We have clearly some threats. And I mean, I assume he overestimated Dagfin's structure, his 7-point and his 3-point. But the fact that he has the advanced anchor means that he neutralizes, that structure quite a bit. You can't really he can't really get primed or attacked in any way. I mean, this anchor gives him a lot of room to continue the attack and play quite bold. So yeah, that would be kind of the way I'm thinking.
All right, thanks very much, Mishlav. Jan Lazaro?
Yes, I liked very much Thomas' explanation about the reference position with the double 4, but I haven't memorized that reference position, so I had that I'll do it. So I had just to count on some judgment, and I see that one checker on the bar. And I have three checker to make the 5 point advanced anchor. I think it is enough to double. Of course, it is a clear take, but I think it is a double.
Okay, thanks very much, Gian Lazzaro. Bojo?
Not much to add, really. Good anchor, more inner board points, a checker on the bar, and 3 builders to make the 5 point. So it's pretty much a clear double. And yes, I'm also surprised, as Mislav said, because usually Zdenek does not miss. From what I have seen such positions, he is always very accurate about the blitz positions.
Yeah.
Yes, agreed. Yes, I have nothing more to add. I think it's been covered very nicely already. So, yes, next position, please.
The 5 away, 2 away. I mean, in this case, 2 away, 5 away. And Zdenek comes with 2-6 from the bar, 2 obviously entering. And then the question is, where is the 6 and why?
Okay, so we'll let Mislav tackle this one first.
Okay, I can kind of understand why he made this play. It's very natural when we are up in the race and when we have one checker back to just hop out. It's really correct, most of the time. But I guess here it's just, we are entering into triple direct shot. So this seems a little bit too much. And the question I would ask, do I really have to run? I mean, am I being primed? White does have some kind of priming structure with 6-4 and 3 points made, but he also has a blot on the ace point. He doesn't really have that many builders to build his prime that easily. So there is really not that much pressure, I think, in coming out yet. We are not being primed that badly yet. And the fact that it's a triple shot, and I guess hitting on the deuce is also good because of all the extra blots that Duckman has. That's another reason for. But yeah, I mean, I can understand this blunder definitely. I think a lot of people would just jump out here. I can kind of. I don't think it's a disaster move, even though it's a big blunder according to XG. But yeah,
Okay.
I hope I would be able to find a hit, but I'm not 100% sure I would. But yeah, that would be my thinking about it.
Sure. Okay. Thanks very much, Mislav. And first of all, I'd like to say a very, very big thank you to our special guest, Thomas Tenland. This will be his final position before he heads off. So over to you, Thomas.
Yeah, I don't know that I have a lot of intelligent things to add, but I think that one good point is that often when you jump out of the opponent's board in order to try and escape, he has some sort of block outside of his board. I mean, often he has his 8 point or he has something else. Here, it's relatively safe to wait inside of the board. I guess that's kind of what Mislav is saying as well. But I mean, after coming out, what's going to happen is you're going to be on the bar against a 3-point board almost all the time. Whereas if you stay inside, there are some good things, as Mislav explained, and I guess we should also probably add that the distribution of checkers must be some sort of factor as well. I mean, there are 4 checkers on the 8 point, and taking one of them and putting it on the deuce point is distributionally okay. I mean, it would probably be different if there were only 3 guys on that point, for example. I think that would be a variant where it would be much more right to jump out, I would assume. Although maybe it would still be wrong, but still. So yeah, I guess that's basically it.
All right. Thank you very much, Thomas, and pleasure to have you in the studio, and we look forward to welcoming you again.
Thank you for having me.
No
Bye.
worries.
Thank you,
Cheers.
Thomas. Bye.
Bye.
Bye now.
Bye, Thomas.
All right, Janiso.
All right, and over to Jan Lazaro.
Yes, normally I make the mistake of not popping out, but this time I could have got it right, because I feel that the checker in the opponent's board is quite safe. And the most important thing for me is that there are a few blots, a few white blots on the board, so I like to hit on the 2 point.
Okay, thank you very much, Jan Lazaro. Boja?
After all the other set, I would focus to one particular situation. What is the coming best row for Dagfinn? And if Zdenek hits 8-2, then the best row, the only good row, is actually 2 and 5. 2 to come in and 5 to cover his ace point. 2 and 5 is hitting and covering also if he goes to 17, but then we have also 6-5 and 5-5. They hit and cover. So big difference in the coming jokers for Dagfinn.
Yes, very well spotted,
Good point.
Boja. Yeah, very good point. I think everything's been covered. There's not much I can add other than maybe the blot on the ace point is another factor that helps to go towards the top play by XG of coming in and hitting on the deuce. It does balance out the position in a better way, and I think because you've got that blot there as well, and as Boja just mentioned, with the coming in numbers, I think that's why the best play is to hit on the deuce. I'm not sure whether I would have found it myself over the board, but yes, very, very insightful position. Okay, next position, please.
Okay, next match.
Match number 2, game number 1, 5 away, 5 away. A very interesting position where Dagfinn did double. And again, the choice was for Zdenek whether to take or to drop. What do you think?
Okay, so Jan Lazaro, we'll let you start this one off.
And this position, I usually make a mistake, but for me it is stronger than me. I see myself lost in this position, and I usually pass. Sometimes, more times than it is a take, but I don't know. I can't manage to see this position as a take. I see that XG says it is a take, but I think that I have to improve a lot before taking these cubes.
Okay, thanks very much, Jan Lazaro. Mishlav?
Yeah, I mean, I have to agree. They're definitely a bit unusual position and not an easy take to find for sure. I mean, the way I see it, first of all, white is not guaranteed to cover. That's one thing, and blue has a 5-point board. If that in that scenario, you know, it's very easy to imagine how things could go wrong for white. Then even if he covers, he's behind the 4 prime, and there really is he's behind a lot in the race, and there really is a lot to do, you know, to before being able to win. I mean, I think blue will have at least, even when the 4-point is covered, blue will have at least, I don't know, 3-4 opportunities to enter. And you know, white will have to keep on hitting and escaping the anchor at the same time. So doing these two things when the blue has a 5-point board won't be that easy. So I can see why it's a take, but for sure not an easy one to find over the board.
Okay, thanks very much, Mislav. Bojo?
I got those wrong a lot of times back in the past, so I think I would got this one right. There are the 8 numbers that don't cover. First of all, 3, 4, 4, 6, 5, 5, 5, 6, and double sixes, and then we have 6, 6 is a horrible number, leaving 2 shots. And then we have 5-point board versus 5-point board in the worst case with almost no gammons. So yeah, it's a good. It is good enough at 5 away with not many gammons to easily take this. But it looks scary, I know, because as I said, I got it wrong many times. But just I had it often enough so that I got used to the psychological aspect of it.
Yeah, also gammons are a bit of an overkill because Duckpin doesn't obviously get full value even though they are kind of low, but even those gammons aren't that significant, you know, because he's kind of overshooting the required number of points. So just one extra point, basically. Yeah.
Yes, thank you, Bojo and Mislav. Very little for me to add. The only thing I would say is compliments to Bojo in finding the numbers and really giving some more insight into the position. I think this is one of those classic positions where the human instinct kicks in. I think, you know, under the gun, we're on the roof. We think he's going to make that point very easily, and we're going to lose, and then we need a 1-6. So I can understand the human aspect of the position where I feel many players would actually let this one go. And as Mislav pointed out, it's very, very difficult to find the take here. And I think it's only after seeing, having many different looks at similar types of positions that you can come to the reasoning and certainty of Bojo and work out that this is actually a redouble and a take. So yes, a very, very insightful position and definitely one to put into the archive of a reference position. Okay, next position, please.
Two away, 4 away in Duckfin's favor. And with this 24, he suddenly decided to change his gammon saving approach he was playing during all the game. So do you like this change by Duckfin or not?
Okay, so Mislav, we'll let you start this one off.
Yeah, Duckfin went for the normal play here. I mean, I think the normal score play would be to hit on the ace because it increases both our and our opponent's gammons and obviously wins more than just playing 8-2. But at this particular score, we have to be extremely careful and avoid any kind of gammon increase for the opponent. So yeah, I guess he thought that he had the advanced anchor. He will not lose that many gammons anyway. But the fact that there are 7% more gammons is still quite significant at this score, and it's just too risky to play at this score where gammon wins Zdenek match. So, I mean, I guess a lesson to take is that even if you have the advanced anchor, and even though you lose, you don't lose that many gammons overall, the fact that you still have lose more than with the safe play means that you will probably have to go for the lowest gammon play at this score and just not risk anything. So, yeah.
Okay, thank you very much, Mislav. Jan Lazaro?
Yes, I think I would not have it because it's too dangerous for me. I am not sure if I would have played the best move, which is the safest one. For me, it was more natural to play the wrong move. But of course, it is I am hit one roll more, so it is better. It is very important to play safe in this position. And but I would not have made the correct move. But for the same reason, I would not have it on the ace point.
Okay, thanks very much, Jan Lazaro. Bojo?
I was surprised by this play by Dagfinn because he was following very strictly his gammon safe game plan during all the game, avoiding any chance for getting gammoned. And right here, he decided to change. I'm trying to look for the reason he did, and one reason I find is duplicating the aces. So probably he thought, okay, I get hit on the ace, but then I can hit on 23, unless of course then it gets double aces. But generally, there is no need, as Mislav pointed, there is no need to just give away 7% more match-winning chances in this case. Just not necessary. So yeah, I think 11 should stay, and because to control 6-2 and 6-3 and 4-5, so I think 8-2 looks good enough in this position.
Okay, thanks very much, Bojo. I have just a little bit to add. In this position, if I was Dagfinn, I would definitely not be hitting. The reason is because of the potential gammons that lose me the match. And in particular, looking at my side of the score, I'm on 3. I only need to try and win the game without being gammoned. And the way I see the position is that my opponent has maybe some difficulties with a 5. So I don't want to hit him here and make maybe being hit and gammoned or making his 5 good. I think we have enough in the race to play what I call a strategical move, which is definitely no hit, and try to maybe get a shot in the outfield or get him to leave you a shot where you can kind of hit for free. So I very much preferred definitely no hit, and see if we can maybe give him a problem with 5s. And even if he does jump out, we can still win the game later with either a shot or us rolling a double and winning that way. And I think as we're only 2 away, you have to look what's the upside and downside in this position at this score holding the 2 cube. And the downside of hitting is that if you do get hit, you can be gammoned and lose the match. So I would have gone for a non-hitting play. Okay, next position, please.
This is the very next row. Zdenek got the super joker, and he had to decide to either double hit or to hit and cover. Both really nice options. What are your thoughts about this 1-6, guys?
Okay, so Jean Lazaro.
I think that Zdenek needs a gammon, and the best way for me to win the gammon is to hit the 2 checkers, because otherwise it is not clear that I can hit another checker, and the anchor on the golden point for white is very strong. So I would have hit the 2 checkers.
Okay, thank you very much, Jean Lazaro. Mishla.
Yeah, I agree with John Lazaro's reasoning. Besides not being maybe able to hit the second guy, which is important for the gammon, we could, of course, in some instances also get stuck. We do have to give some respect to Duckfin's prime here, even though it has a hole on the 5, but we could just keep on rolling without a 4 and 6 in the upcoming draws, and things could get quite ugly, like 5-5 or something like that, and suddenly the game, which is completely won, has turned into a disaster. So yeah, that's my way.
Okay, thanks very much, Mishla. Boja.
Yeah, at a normal score, this play would be very difficult for me to choose because I like very much both options. At this score, probably the 4 away, 2 away with the cube already turned makes it much easier in favor of the double hit. A small reason for that is the spare checker on the 3-point for Zdenek. So he's not going to be able to use that checker anymore efficiently. And another reason is after, let's say, Duckfin is dancing, 1-5, 2-5, 3-5, double 5s, and double 3s are just horrible numbers for Zdenek. And once he hits twice, yeah, he can be hit back, but then the question is on Duckfin's side, because even if he manages to get in with O, he cannot play aces, 3s, and 5s if they are on the golden point. So yeah, at this score, I think this play with the double hit looks very natural. While at other scores, it will be difficult because very often it is definitely correct to just make the 5-point board and finish the opponent off.
Okay, thanks very much, Bojo. Not much for me to add. I think it's been covered very well already. The only thing in addition is that, yes, if we do the double hit, we've really solved all of our problems straight away. All he has 2 on the roof, and if he doesn't roll the 2, we're just so much further ahead in winning the gammon and winning the game. And if you do it the other way, where you come in and hit, he could come in straight away with a 5, and he may even roll a 5-3 or a 5-1 that are very, very good rolls for him. And that really pushes our gammon away. And because of the score, if we get hit, it doesn't hurt us. If we get gammoned or backgammoned, it doesn't matter. But the most important factor is we want to win a gammon here and now to win the match. And the best way to do that is to hit twice. Don't have any problems with anti-jokers, escaping, this or that. Hit twice. If he doesn't roll a deuce, we're massive favourites for a gammon and winning the game. So I'm hoping that I would have found the play to hit 2 and to not make the 2-point. Okay, next position, please.
Yes, I would like to add another aspect. It is that if I hit 2 checkers, the opponent has to re-enter with 2 checkers. And also if he hit my checker on the 2-point, it is very likely that I manage to re-enter without big problems. So it is not terrible to be it. Just that.
Very nice, Gian Lazzaro. Very, very nice indeed.
Okay, third match. Okay. No, I was looking at the position. What's the problem? It was the first move. Okay.
So this is match number 3, game number 1, 5 away, 5 away. And Zdenek sent this blitzing cube when playing a double point holding game. What do you think about this cube?
Okay, so Mishlav, we'll let you kick this one off.
Yeah, I'm a bit surprised by this one. I think Zdenek will find this one obvious when he sees it. I mean, I honestly can't even see what are the advantages of Blue's position. Like there is an equal strength board. Blue is down in the race. He has 4 checkers back, and really, I mean, yeah, I just don't see anything in this position to cube. Sure, we could hit a guy on 7, but even that is not easy. Like if we hit from 8 or 9 point, we have to break them. And with this many checkers back, it's really difficult to pull off a successful attack or blitz, and especially having only a 2-point board. So yeah, I think this is should be an easy no double, I think.
Okay, thanks very much, Mishlav. Gian Lazzaro?
Yes, I agree with Mislav. In this position, I would not have thought at all to doubling, because I have a lot of checkers in the opponent's own board, and I don't see a lot of threats too. So really, I don't see any chance to double in this position.
Okay, thanks very much, Gian Lazzaro. Bojo?
3 blots plus 3 stacks. This is obviously the reason for considering it. It is not enough because of the race disadvantage. And he does not have enough spare checkers. If he had 2 more spare checkers in the outfield, so that he can make the 7-point without breaking either 8 or 9, this would be a different story. But probably he was just relying on this 3+3 position, plus eventually being able to double hit, and after that looking for a Duckfin's dance. But this is a little bit too theoretical, and I think this was just a classic too early double.
Okay, thanks very much, Boja. Yes, I think that this was just a very, very small oversight here by Zizi here. Maybe he just saw a little bit more in the position than what was actually there. If I was playing, for sure, there's no way I would be cubing. I think the big clue for me is the 5 checkers on this side of the board is the big clue for me that this is a clear no double. We're a long way from victory. It's going to be quite some time before we can move the ammunition round to be in a position to blitz or to close out. But also by giving away the cube, I mean, we can hit and we can get hit back immediately. Yes, we can fall back on the back game, but we just give too much potential impetus to our opponent to have control of the cube and control of the position. So, yes, I'll just put this down to maybe a bit of a small oversight by ZZ, and yeah, one of those things that can easily happen to all of us. Okay, next position, please.
It was just one game.
Okay, so this is the next match. Again, game number 1. And Dagfinn sent a strong cube. Zdenek had to choose whether to take or to drop.
Okay, so Jan Lazarov, we'll let you kick this one off.
Okay, for me the double is clear. Two checkers on the bar, so double is clear, and I think I would have taken because there are four squares which I can re-enter, and yes, there are a lot of gammons, but I think it is possible to take this cube.
Okay, thanks very much, Jan Lazarov. Mishlov?
Yeah, Jan Lazarov said, of course, why it's a cube. I personally like to take these kind of positions. First of all, White has only 9 checkers in the zone. He only has a 2-point board. There's a blot on the ace. Blue has some structure, like a 10-point maze. And in general, these kind of positions are much more difficult to play for the white side. You know, we are just on the bar. If we can survive the blitz, we'll have some kind of anchor. We'll have a very, very easy game, whatever happens. So white will be the one making mistakes in this position, and that's why I really like to take early blitzes when I'm in doubt. I mean, I'm sure Zdenek was, I don't know, but probably maybe he was in doubt between taking or dropping, but yeah, I tend to just take these positions when in doubt. So yeah.
All right, thanks very much, Mishlov. Bojo?
Yeah, Mislav told almost everything that I'm thinking about the position, about the 9 checkers, about the 2-point board and the blot on the ace, and what else we can say? The gammon value at 5 away is not so big because, as we can see, Dagfinn has 36% gammon chances, which is quite a lot, and in many other scores, this would lead to an easy drop. But at 5 away, the gammon value is not too high, so this is giving a priority to the 35% game-winning chances that Zdenek has. But it's a very close call. I mean, it's almost borderline. So it's in the zone of the positions that I call a matter of personal preference.
Very well said, Bojo. I don't have that much to add about the position. I think it's been covered very well. The only thing I would add is that if I was playing this over the board, this would have been a tough decision for me to maybe consider taking. I'm not sure that I would have taken or passed. Maybe a little bit more towards passing, which I think is natural with 2 on the roof and good gammon possibilities. But after hearing the excellent analysis and understanding the position more, hopefully I will take these borderline decisions in the future. Okay, next position, please.
This is for me the play of the night, as I said during the stream. Extremely unusual and interesting position. Zdenek played very brave before that, so he remained staying with so many 6 blots, and still he found the cube here, what is just amazing. What do you guys think about this cube?
Okay, so Mishlav, I'll let you start this one.
Yeah, I personally wouldn't have found this one. I don't know if I would even seriously consider it, to be honest. So yeah, it's small, but definitely nice find by Zdenek. Yeah, I mean, simply covering the 4 points can be enough to lose the market. Like White is kind of desperate to roll a 6 or to cover the 3 point. Of course, hitting on the 22 can lose the market. So yeah, there are definitely ways how this can go, terribly wrong for White. Yeah, I can see why it's a cube, of course, but behind the 5 prime and it wouldn't be an easy one for me to find personally. But yeah, I can see the market losing sequences.
Okay, thanks very much, Mishlav. Jean Lazaro.
It's a very, very complicated position. It is prime versus prime. And it seems that just looking at the pip count, it seems that White timing is very good, but he has 3 checkers against 1 in the opponent's own board, and so the timing is not good at all. So if Blue covers the 4 point and is clearly favorite to cover, he is better, but to this, and he has more time, so it means that White probably will punch his from position before Black, but I surely not have doubled in this position. For me, it is a bit too much.
Okay, thanks very much, Jean Lazaro.
But I see some reason in the I like blue position, but just too early for me to double.
Okay, thank you very much. And Bojo?
Yeah, Bojo Gammon Cube, my kind of cube. I love it. I'm pretty sure that once Zdenek was considering the 3-1 before that, he already decided that after hitting and dancing, he would cube right away. And I'm pretty sure that if the match was not so important, he would snap cube in a heartbeat after Dagfin danced. But because of the importance of the game, he took his time just to be sure. So big compliments to Zdenek for that. I'm absolutely sure he knew his cube decision in advance. But what is the position now? What is losing the market? Double deuces, 2-4 and 2-5s, and 2-5 is probably not just losing the market, but after that he has to play for a gammon, and all combinations that make the 7 point, they are also market losers because of the 3's duplication. Dagfin is hitting with 3 and covering with 3. So after Zdenek making the bar, which happens with a lot of combinations, this is pretty much a market loser as well. And then all the 6s, of course, for Dagfin become a nightmare. And then again, it might easily turn into a too good situation. So I think a brilliant finding for the market losing sequences by Zdenek. Well done.
Thank you very much, Bojo. I think a lot of excellent insight has been covered. The only thing I would say is that over the board, I don't think I would have found the cube here. So as Bojo mentioned, big compliments to ZZ here in finding this excellent cube. And yes, wonderful position. Another one that's good for the archives. Okay, next position, please.
Okay, last match.
last match, 4 away. The situation that decided the contest. Cube by Zdenek and take or drop by Dagfin.
Okay, so Jean Lazaro, will let you start this one off.
Yes, the cube is very clear for me. And really, I don't like white position. And I don't think I would have taken in this position because white has a lot of checkers in his own board and has not good moves. Just he has to play a 4 immediately, but really it is very, very dangerous. And the score is unfavorable because I think there are a lot of gammons too. At for away position, for away score is really a big threat to be gammoned. So I think I would have passed without thinking too much.
Okay, thanks very much, Jan Lazaro. Mishlav?
Yeah, I would have dropped it as well. The way I see it is white's checkers on 6, 5, and 4 point. 9 checkers are basically not doing anything. We are never going to leave our anchor and let them, do something. So white, the way I see it is white is playing with the 5 checkers, 2 on the 24 and 3 on the mid. And, blue has everything going for him with the extremely strong prime, which is only going to get even stronger when he brings 2 checkers down and threatens to make the 5 point. So yeah, white's own 3 prime isn't really enough to, in this case, to be considered enough of a counterplay to take this. So yeah.
Okay, thanks very much, Mishlav. Boja?
Well, when the opponent is 4 points away from the win, and he can win approximately 20% gammons and a lot of games, we just drop. That's it. And here in this case, there are 5 combinations. They make the 5 point and the 6 point board right away. Double aces, double threes, double fours, and 1-3. And yeah. And what can he? What does Dagfin hope for? He needs double fours after 5 point not having been made, or he needs 1-6 to hit on the 8 point in some sequences. But is that enough? Since he has the blot on the deuce, I really don't think there is any chance for me to even discover to think about taking this. I don't know. Probably he saw something that I'm missing, most probably, of course, but definitely at this score, this is a big and important drop.
Okay, thanks very much, Bojo. Yes, not much for me to add. Everything has been well analysed already. The only thing I would say in addition is, for me, it's the position of the anchors. Dagfin still has 2 on the 24. And as Bojo pointed out, unless he rolls double 4 very quickly, it's going to be hard for him to get off the 24 in a way where he's not going to be blitzed or under threat. And as well, it's hard for him to improve in this position. He doesn't have his 8 point or 7 point. So when he plays his 6s and some of his 5s, he's either going to be dumping or coming into the hitting zone. So for me, for sure, I wouldn't take this position. And also, on top of that, for Zizi, it's very hard for him to jump out. He can roll 4s, 5s, and 6s and get away very easily. and there's just too many ways for him to improve his position. Bring two down, jump out from his anchor. It's a too comfortable a position for Zizi to play, and too much danger for Dagfinn to play from his position. All right, that was the final position. Bojo, do we have any updates or any information for the audience?
At the moment, we don't have anything to add. There will be announcement in the next days about the next matches. We have one more quarterfinal, two semifinals, and the final. Big congrats to Zdenek for coming back from hell, and of course, well done by Dagfinn. He played really well until this last position that we just discussed, which unfortunately cost him the match and the outplay. But unfortunately, we could not have two winners tonight, which would be well deserved by both these exceptionally good players.
Here. Well said, Bojo. And yes, do keep an eye on Facebook and YouTube for future announcements. And I'd like to say a big thank you to our special guests from Sweden, Thomas Tenland, and from Croatia, Mislav Kovacic. And a big thank you to my colleagues in the stream team, Božidar Iliev, aka Bojo, and Jan Lazaro Sana. And we do look forward to welcoming you to the stream team for a live session very, very soon. Have a good night and cheery bye.